Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Spinnerella from She-Ra. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Okay, so the reason I'm doing Spinnerella again is because I didn't finish. And well, I did. I mean, I did all the She-Ra I was going to do, because you never know who's going to want what, you know? So I wasn't going to do every character. I was just going to do, you know, I hate to say the popular ones, but yeah, the popular ones that everybody wants, because I know that's what people want, right? But, you know, obviously other people want other things, so I decided to, I got a request. Someone asked me if I was going to do Spinnerella, and I was like, oh, you know, I wasn't sure, who knows? So I said, why not? You know, I love doing them, they're so much fun, and I figure let's go ahead and finish it up. Let's finish up this series. Or I guess not really finish it up, but let's do some more. You know, let's do some of the ones people are wanting. And it made sense to me, so that's what I decided to do. So that's my reasoning behind jumping back to She-Ra all of a sudden. I mean, ultimately, I don't really have to explain, because it's you know, this is how I draw and this is what I want to draw. But I want to draw what you want to see. That's the other thing, you know. So it's not just about me doing only what I want. You know, I want to draw what you guys want to see. And a lot of you guys want Star Wars. I mean, man, that's awesome. I love Star Wars, you know. I've grown up watching Star Wars, and I will die watching Star Wars. But it's funny how much it's requested. Oh, you know what? I'm sitting here drawing details, and I don't need to do that. I need to draw the character, right? The pose. Because I always tell you guys, or you people, not just guys, sorry. I always tell you little artists that sketch out your figure first. Always make sure you got it the way you want it. And then you add the details, because, you know, if I were sitting here drawing and drawing and drawing and then I'm off the page, oops, no big deal. I mean, that's what happens sometimes, you know, but I'm trying to show you the entire thing, so it kind of defeats the purpose if I fall off the page. Like, if you're falling off the page, that's no big deal, right? It's just that's how your drawing is. But with me, like I said, I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to draw for you, you know, so I can't fall off the page. So, always draw your figure out first. You know, get your pose down. Make sure it's all going in the right direction of what you want. And then you add the details. So see, I'm starting to do it again. I was starting to go into details. That's not what I want to do. I want to finish up the pose. Then we can add the details. Okay, so I think that's good right there. Now I can start adding details. So I can add the details on her head, right? Like the face, I gotta draw a face, you know, we gotta make it look, you know, like a person, or like a real person, because there's the other thing. If you're new to this, if you're coming back here because you like She-Ra, and this is the first time you're seeing, hey, there's a lot more in the playlist. Just go look it up. Just look up She-Ra in my videos. You'll see all the ones I did. But I don't draw cartoonish style. I try to make it look like, I like to draw like real people. So it's almost like I'm drawing a cosplay person, you know? Because it doesn't really look like the cartoon. It doesn't look like an actor or actress that's playing them in a movie. Because I can't draw likenesses. I say that to me, it looks like a person in cosplay. So someone dressed up as this character. That's how I like to look at it. That way I'm more comfortable with not drawing them correctly. I know that's a horrible thing to say, because it's like I'm trying, you know, it's not that I don't try, it's just I can't. I'm not good at caricature work. And that's really what it takes to draw a likeness, is being able to capture that person's likeness. You know, what's specifically unique to them that makes it look like that character, you know? Or that specific individual. I wish I could. I mean, man, I wish I could. Because that's so much fun, drawing like real... Well, I mean, I love drawing anyway. But how fun would that be if I could actually draw the people, you know, what they actually look like? So now I'm just putting in some of the details, and let's see. And yeah, that's it. There's not much more to say besides I'm putting in the details, just to try to make it look like the costume. The tricky part is going to be just getting some of this detail right and still, you know, keeping it to look like a real person outfit. You know, it's like how can I maintain the beautiful design, you know, and still you know, add specific detail so it looks awesome, you know. Okay, so let's draw her costume or cape kind of flowing like this. And a little bit more. Coming up. That's behind her legs, so we can't see it, so we're just going to go like that. I think that'll work. That's not too bad. Okay, let's see. Anything specific I need to add? Let me add onto her foot here. So... draw the bottom of her shoe. We're going to say that it's like this. Then it's going to come up. We're going to do kind of like we did here. We're going to raise it just a little bit. Because I've got her leg one behind the other. So I just want to capture that look. Alright, I think that's good. I think I am ready. Let me see, this, I'm going to come up to the suit right there. There's that leg. Okay, I think we're good. I think I'm going to erase some of this to let my Sharpie stand out. And we'll welcome everybody to skip. But first, yeah, like I said, let me erase just a little bit of this. Just a little. And then we'll get going. All right, perfect. And also, if you're watching this and you're frustrated that you can't see, I know, you don't worry, you're not supposed to see. This is all for me. This is so I can get ready to show you the Sharpie way, because you can see Sharpies, you can't see my sketch. I'm not saying I don't want you to see it, I'm just saying this is totally 100% for me, so I'm not worried about you seeing it. A lot of people don't even watch this part anyway, so this is me just talking to myself. And that's okay. I'll talk to myself all day long. Alright, I think that's enough erase that I can see where I'm going, and yeah, that's good, that's perfect. Okay, so let's welcome everybody that skipped and get going. Welcome, skippers, welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point. You can find things that the fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased the majority of the sketch lines, but left myself enough to see where I'm going to go. So I'm just going to jump right in with the Sharpie pen, because I can control the line width much better. And I'm going to start off with the top of her eyes, the eyelids. I got her head kind of turned sideways like this, so if her eyes are like this, they're kind of going to go like this, just a little bit, okay? So I'm going to draw the top of the lids, like this. That kind of places me, you know, if it's in the right place and it looks good to me, so I'm going to go. I'm going to draw the retina, the color part of the eye, like this. Now, I don't draw the bottom of the eye because this is so tiny, these Sharpies will start to bleed. So I'm just going to add just a little bit of pupil, like that. I'm going to dab it in, because I just want to get in, get out. Okay, a little bit off, but it's okay. I'm going to add a little bit of a makeup eye, kind of a up, darker part on the top like this, almost like a eyelash, you know? That's kind of what I'm going for. But anyway, for the bottom of the eye, I just come in just a little bit like that on each side, just a little bit. You're welcome to draw the bottom of that eye, but like I said, these Sharpies are going to bleed at this size, so that's all I'm going to draw. For her nose, or for the bridge of her nose, I'm going to come down and do this. Draw her eyebrow like this. I'm going to draw the other one over here. And I'm leaving it open because I want to color it, just to give it that look, you know? That her hair look. Or her hair color, you know? For her nose, I'm just going to draw just a little bit of the bridge over here and the nostrils. So there's the nostrils. I'm going to come in like that and draw this other side over there. That's all I'm going to do, because normally I don't even draw that bridge. But as your head is starting to turn, let's say like your knuckles, my knuckles like this, that's the nose. Well, you don't really see a lot of edge. As you're turning, you're seeing more of the edge, and that's where you're going to see the bridge of the nose. Straight on, you don't, so I don't ever do it. But since we turned, I went ahead and did it. I'm going to draw her mouth now. I'm just going to give her a little bit of a smile. Up like that, and I'm going to draw her lips. Down to the bottom lip. Like that. And so now I can draw the rest of her face. And so I'm going to put her chin right here in the middle. It's always straight down. Not straight down, but always in the middle of her face. And now I'm going to start to thicken up these lines too, because when I switch to this Sharpie, you're going to see a huge difference in line width. So I'm going to start to thicken it up and also fix a few things too while I'm at it. So there's the side of her head, and let's see. Let me thicken it up just a hair like I was talking about. You'll see what I'm doing. Now I said I'm doing this. You don't have to, especially working with pencil. It might look weird. I just know how this is going to look, so I'm preparing for that look, basically. I want to draw her hairline before I draw the rest of it, because I want to come up, but I need a stopping point. I want to see where I am. So I'm going to part her hair on the side like this. I'm going to come over here for the front of her head, her forehead. Woo! Couldn't think. My brain just shut off. And I'm going to draw her hair, but I'm going to part it, right? So I'm going to come over like this. And I want it coming down and up like that, okay? But that's not the top of her head. That's just where the part is. So the top of her head, I'm going to bring in, or the forehead, I'm going to do like that, okay? So that says that all this is coming back like this. That's just where it's growing out of, you know, it's kind of coming out like this. All right? Now, since it's a big bouffant streak here in the front, I'm going to do this, or lock, not a streak. Like that. That's the big lock up front, and the rest of her hair is behind this. So I want to draw all the hair strands, but I'm not going to. I want to do some of that with color too. So I'm just kind of allowing myself a few little pieces here and there, but trying to limit myself from going crazy. Now, what I said was I want to stop before I go too far, and so that's what I'm doing. I'm drawing. I drew the hairline, so now I can draw the ear coming down here like this, and now I can draw the edge because I know where I am, like that. I'm gonna clean it up, and also thickening up my lines. It helps me hide some mistakes. You know, anything I did that's like, oh, I shouldn't have done that, or maybe that could be thicker or straighter. That's what these thick lines help me do. They help me straighten a few things out. Okay, awesome. So let's see, her hair is parted on the side, so you're only gonna see that much of the ear, and then the rest is gonna be hair like this. Okay, so that's that part, and the rest is going back, but it's back in the pulled back in the ponytail, right? So I'm gonna pull her hair back, go back like this. There's the side of her head, and then make like the little what do you call it? Hair braid, I guess. Extender that's holding her hair. It's not really a braid or a I wanted to call it a barrette, but that's not what that is, right? Okay, so that pushes her hair back. So now we're gonna say that she's got like the little bouffant. I keep saying bouffant. That's not quite the word I'm looking for, but it makes me look fancy. It makes me sound like I know what I'm talking about. But obviously it's not, because I don't know what I'm talking about and I keep using it wrong, right? Okay. Okay, so there's the top of her ponytail, but you know what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I'm switching over to the other Sharpie now because I'm switching over to the rest of her body. This I pretty much use for small, tiny detail, and I think I'm done with the detail. As I take it out and I start using it again, I think I'm done with the detail. I'm gonna move on to the rest, and I'll come back and add some finer detail with that. So, let's see. I'm gonna draw her neck with the necklace and into the shoulder pads. So I'm gonna draw her neck down like this. See how thick this is? That's why I wanted to match that look, that feel of the thickness that this Sharpie is. I love it, but it's really big for something like this. But that's okay, because it helps you see. That's the whole point. I want you to be able to see what we're doing, and I want you to be able to use just regular old art supplies, just things you got lying around your house. Okay, and she's got a necklace on that I'm gonna, again, using the smaller Sharpie for some smaller detail, kind of make it stand out versus the big thick lines, accent it, so to speak. Okay, and so now she has what do you call it, shoulder pads that are a little under the front. Does that make sense? It's hard to describe, but this front piece is over. I just got to do it. Let's just draw the front piece and you'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to draw, pardon me that this is going to be floating, but I'm going to draw the part of her cape like this, and then I'm basically drawing what's over first, then you draw what's underneath. And her outfit is like this. And see, I want to draw it first so I don't draw through that and follow the rest of the outfit going over like this. Okay, now this does the same thing on the other side, but because her body is turned a little bit, you're not seeing it fully in a curve like that. You're seeing a smaller curve. So it's going to come down and do like this. Again, I'm going to draw the little piece that goes over. Now, before I start drawing the rest of it, I just have to determine the curve like this over her breast, and like this to her body. And I'm going to stop right there because I need to continue more of the flow before I jump into her body. But this is what you have to draw first before you draw what's behind. So I'm going to come over here and do the, again, bear with me that I'm just going to have to jump to the bottom of the suit. Like this. And that's where the suit is connected to her hip. Like that. Now, before I go any further, let's draw this. Then I'll finish this up here. But I want to draw this in front before I do everything else, because now I can draw her shoulder. this. But see, I wanted this in front of that, and that's why I had to draw this first. You kind of plan your attack, plan how this is going to look, and then you can draw it out, basically. Okay, so her chest, let's see, let's draw her trapezoid? No, clavicle, right? We draw the clavicle there, and I'm going to draw her other shoulder over here, but this one's raised up a little bit, so I'm going to kind of do one of these, and then I'm going to do the same thing over here, but raise it up, because her arm, this arm is raised up. Well, I guess they're both raised up, but this one is higher because this is her body. She's kind of curved like that, or tilted like that. That's why I've got it raised up more on this side. It's looking good to me. How's yours looking? Awesome. And also, before we draw the arms, this is attached to a cape. Oh, I did it wrong. This is what I was talking about. You always got to draw what's in front first. I didn't draw the cape first. So let me draw that real fast. Going over her arm. See, it should have been drawn over that. And so you kind of see a little line where I didn't quite get it. But that's okay. That's all right. Same thing here. This one's going back. That, and that's attached to the cape down here. So here's the rest of the cape. There's this part there for that arm. Now I can draw the arms. Okay, so her arm is here's her armpit, and so this is the back of her arm down to her elbow. There's her shoulder to bicep to the what do you call it? Not the pit, but the opposite end of the elbow. I'm not going to sit here and try to think of that word. I'm not a good word person. I'm not a worder. I'm a drawer. All right, so here's her hand, or her wrist. I'm drawing a little bit extra bumps because I have that design that I want to draw real fast. And she's got like this stuff, you know, on her wrist here too. So I just want to accent it like this. Again, with the small Sharpie, just to add that little bit of an accent, that little complement of thick versus thin. And here for her elbow, I'm just going to kind of do something like that because it's cloth and I want to show that it's got a bend and a crease, you know? For her hand, she's pretty much just doing like this, like an elegant flipping up of a hand like that. So I'm going to draw her thumb like this. Here's the back of her hand. And now her other fingers are back behind all this, so there's her index finger. Her middle finger is curved in a little bit like that. The other one, the ring finger, is pretty much right with it, and now we're going to extend the pinky. So we're just going to do like this, like that. And so it's a little thick, and that's okay, but basically she's doing like this, basically is what she's doing. And with the side of the hand, there's only so much you're going to see anyway, so, you know, I'm not worried too much about it, but we got the general idea. And that kind of gives it the elegant hand up, you know? All right. Cool. Can't forget about her hair. Not going to forget about her hair. We're not there yet, though. Well, you know, I guess we are. Let me do that. Let me just draw her hair. So her hair is kind of flowing back like that. I'm going to do one of these. And it's coming back this way, too. And like that. And let's see how thick that is. That's what I was saying. That's why I like to match, you know, thicknesses here just to make it look consistent. Ooh, that Sharpie's dying. When it gives me a double line like that, it's dying. It's on its way out. All right. I don't want to draw all the lines. I do, but I'm not going to. That's what I mean when I say I don't want to. I want to, I'm just not going to. Let's see. A little bit of a material line like that, just to give it some flavor. How old of a man did I sound like when I just said that? Some flavor. Hey, kiddies. I'm an old man, and I talk like an old man by saying flavor. All right, so same thing here, just opposite way. So I'm going to draw her arm down here to the elbow. The crook, that's what I was trying to think of. That's the word, the opposite end of your elbow, the crook of your arm. Okay, to the forearm, to the little bumps in the edge, like I did before there. Back the same way. It's a little long, but that's okay. It's elegant. It's stylized. That's how we're gonna say it. Okay, so again, I'm gonna come down here and do the little design to her cuffs. Like that. Again, a little bit of cloth. And same thing, let's do the same thing with this hand, but you're seeing, this hand you're seeing the front, this one you're seeing more of the back. So, I'm gonna draw the wrist to the thumb, like this. All right, I know it's kind of a weird looking thumb, but just bear with me, we're not there yet. So the middle finger, I'm sorry, the first finger, up like this. Again, the middle finger up like that. And then the other ones are kind of behind it, so you can't really see as much. So I'm not going to worry about it, but we'll extend like the pinky. Okay? And we'll say the, it looks like a four-fingered hand, doesn't it? We'll fix that. We'll fix that. We're going to say the ring finger is back behind the middle finger like that. It just takes a little fixing, and then we can get it right. It's just the way we have it, that you got those bends that kind of make it look a little funky, you know, stuff like that. But that's okay, because we're here to work on it and fix it and get better. All right. But see, the nice thing is, if you were just to look at that hand, that looks weird. That looks really weird, I'm not gonna lie. But in the overall picture, I mean, you get it. It's a hand, you know, so it fits, it works. Okay, so now we can get back to the body. What I was talking about is, I wanted to do this first before we get down here. So now it's just pretty much a bodysuit. So I'm gonna come down here for her armpit, gonna hit her side right here, gonna hit her hip, to her leg, down to the crook of her knee, basically is what that is. And here, before I draw the front there, I gotta draw the front of her suit. So I'm gonna come down here and do this, and that's where it curves into the, I guess we kinda have to do that, because I was gonna do that with the thinner Sharpie, but I guess I've already done it here with the big Sharpie, so I need to do it with the big Sharpie for the rest of the suit too. So, I mean, I guess that kind of works out too, because, watch this. Come around here, to the front of her leg, down to the knee. There we go. Cool, right? Close this off. There. And I've got this leg back behind this one. Oh, let me do this. I'm gonna close off the suit like this. The smaller Sharpie. There you go. Nice subtle line. That's what that is. Now, I've got this leg bent back behind this one, so what I'm going to do is bring it to the knee down here, but it's behind this, so you can't see it. So all you're seeing is her thigh, like this. Okay? Cool. So her shoe, or boot, I guess, has got a specific design on it, so I want to do that correctly. And do it like this. I'm going to bring it out like this, and I'm going to highlight certain parts, then finish it up. So I'm going to come here and do this, and I'll do the rest in a second. I'm just kind of accenting certain positions to it. Okay? So, that being said, let me draw the other side, and the calf is still there, but I'm drawing the front of the boot that's got that specific look to it. And this is going around her ankle to the back like that. So, Sarah, before I go further here, let me show you. I said sear for some reason. Let me show you the calf right there is what I was trying to say. And then I can do this, kind of like an open toe shoe. Come down like that. Over her toes. And then we're going to draw the ankle like that down to her heel, and I think it's a little bit lower, like that's more around the ankle, but it's okay. I'm not worried about that. Okay, so for her toes, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna draw this one up, and then these down. So that's how your toes are. The big toes up, the The other ones are down like that. So you're just gonna come in and go just do something like this. And that's it. That's all we're really gonna do. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're pretty much done, you know? So I'm gonna draw the bottom of the shoe. Bring it in like that. Now, let me add some detail just a little bit. The thing about her is, I mean, this is an animated series, so they reduced the amount of lines and detail on there, so there's not much more than this. And that's usually to help out with animation, so they don't have to draw as many lines, but that kind of cuts back in what we're drawing. But that's okay, because there's not much else we really need to do anyway, right? Okay, so I'm still gonna do the cape, hang on. The other leg, like I said, is bent this way, so it's basically drawing the same thing, but just at a side view. So I've got it tilted back this way. There's the calf to the front of the shoe like this. Okay, so there's the front of her foot. We're just going back this way, so I'm going to go draw the back of the calf to the ankle. Or ankle piece, I guess is what this is. Right, so I have it. Something like that. What did I say? This comes down to the ankle, which will come down to the heel, to the side of the foot. So, it's a little flat foot, but that's okay. That is okay. We'll just extend it out. Maybe I can fix it like that a little bit. That's all we're really going to see is the big toe, because the rest of it kind of goes down like that. So I'm going to say this is the heel, front of the shoe like that. Again, let me just add little stress lines, I guess, to make it like a foot. Again, there's not much we really want to do anyway, you know, because it's a foot and it's tiny, so I can't add too much detail. That's okay. It looks good to me. Let me bump this up just a little bit just to show that it's on something, not just in the picture. Alright, so now the last thing I'm going to do is the rest of her cape, how this is kind of flowing out. So, I'm going to draw one line like this. It's kind of, here, let me do this one too. So this one's coming down. Because it's got these bulbs, this one you can't see where it connects, so I'm not worried about that. I'm just going to bring it up like that. We're going to say it connects in there. So, there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Spinnerella from She-Ra. So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.